What's up? So I did a bad thing, and yes, the usual bad thing. Boom! Ba-da-da! So yeah, I know I've only had this one for like a little while, but now I got this one for a little while. So I decided that this one was too tall here and some other stuff that I liked but don't want anymore. I'm just gonna build the park bike back up. I usually do it around winter time, but now I'm gonna do it now because I want to ride skate parks and stuff. So I think I'm probably gonna take all the pegs off for now. I want to focus on other stuff. Like that's besides the point. I want to focus on more park stuff instead of street stuff. I'm gonna get rid of the pegs for a little while. So I got this frame, and I'll show you that in a minute. I got new bars, new grips, because this one, I got a new stem, I got new pedals, and a new sprocket. I'm gonna try out a 30-tooth sprocket instead of this 28. I have a cassette hub coming on the way. It's gonna be a profile mini. I'm gonna change this tire, which I forgot at home. So my minion's gonna have to grab that for me. Yeah, I think that's everything new. And then I'm just gonna start ripping this apart. So, wait here, let me show you what I got. I got ODI grip, ODI grips. Thank you. So I got these. These are the Super Soft edition, but they're longer than the Super Softs. So the whole reason I switched to the Odysseys was because they were longer and they felt the same as the ODI Super Softs, which were my favorite at the time. And now these ones are the same exact length, which is like perfect. That's what I've always wanted. They're all sold out in black, so I got the charcoal ones. I got the Total Webby Show bars. Let me just hold on. I got to open it up. Those them, they shiny. Those are the 9.5s. I got 9.5s on. I have the Odyssey Super Highway ones on. Oh, and I ordered the matching forks, the Webby Show forks, also in black that are gonna be here eventually. I got a Colony. This is the Squareback top load stem. I'll pull it out. Probably one of my favorite looking stems. It's a 50 millimeter reach, and I was on a 46 on the total and a 48 on the profile, so I'm gonna see if there's any difference, see if it feels better, but I just like the look of that one. I think this is the last piece that I got before I show you the frame. Last piece before that are these premium slim metal pedals, and these are probably by far my favorite metal pedals. I'll probably put the pegs back on at some point. If anybody's riding street and wants me to tag along, I'll throw the pegs on for a day. But I'm trying to focus on some other tricks that I've wanted to learn, and this kind of just makes me procrastinate. So, without further ado, oh, and I think I'm gonna put a Shadow Supreme chain on. I had the Shadow, just regular interlock V2, and I'm gonna put a Supreme one on, and I'm gonna build the bike first without the chain to figure out if I want to put the silver chain or the black chain on. Also, this sprocket is the 30-tooth that I'm putting on. I don't know if I want to keep it silver or change it black, so I'm gonna decide that as well. First step is to strip the frame. So one thing I'm super happy about is that I never have to worry, well, maybe not never, but for a while I don't have to worry about these 1/4-inch bolts that I never have the tools for. Like, it was loose on me for like 3 weeks because I didn't have a tool, and like a normal 6 will kind of fit, but not really. Paige is going to run and grab that. She's also going to grab my tire that I forgot. I forgot the cones that replace the hub guards on the front wheel. Same with the back. So I've got these off. Everything on here, except I gotta get the bottom bracket off still. Chain's gonna stay. I'm gonna eventually get this fork and headset out. Then I'm just gonna take these pegs off. So right now, I'm gonna go cut these bars, just get that out of the way. That's my least favorite part. And then I'll come back up here and do all the easy stuff. So those are cut to 27.5, which is what I cut all of them at. I think I'm gonna cut these to 28, just to have them a little bit wider. I don't know. I mean, it's not much. It's literally a 1/4 inch on each side. But I think I just want to try it and see if it makes a difference. I can always cut them down in the future. So this is the jig I use. You literally just clamp it in the vise like this, put the bar into here, clamp the bar down, and then you just run your saw through that. So you won't be able to see my mark, but it is marked there, and the mark's lined up. So then you just put the saw in, and this blade sucks, so this might take me forever if I don't find a new one. All right, bars are cut. Some nice little finished off ends. I always run it on this wheel over here on the wire brush just to smooth out the ends a little bit. That way they don't cut through my bar ends as easy. Had to switch out the blade. Thank God I found another blade, because the first one was not gonna cut through this. It was like sliding butter on top of the bar. Now I'm gonna put some grips on, and we'll probably open up the frame. All right, so I've got the grips on the bars. Kind of like the color. I guess we'll see when it's all built up on the new frame. But I dig them. I just gotta get this bottom bracket out, then take all the hub guards and pegs off these wheels, and then we'll be ready for the rest of the bike build when the rest of the stuff gets here. The rest of my parts have arrived. I got like a seat post in there that I'll probably end up cutting down. I'm just gonna use this guy here, probably trim it a little bit. Look his weight. This tire is gonna go on this back wheel in replace of that momentum. So I'm gonna put the new cones on. I'm gonna put the regular cones on this wheel. All right, so I have the pegs off. I have the non-hub guard cone on there. I've got the regular cones on this as well, and I put the total tire on that because it was a momentum before. Now I'm gonna open up the frame. Yup. Oh, that is so low. The standover on this is ridiculous. Oh, actually, I really like it.
That's cool.
It's not chrome, and it's not like a gray. It's not even like a normal silver. This is like a shiny, sparkly silver. I actually dig this a lot. So this is Kieran Reilly's signature color. I don't really like how they put the sticker over top of the weld there, but so far, I'm actually super stoked on this. So I'll compare this to my other frame. Here is the Sunday frame, and here is the tall order frame. So as you can see, it's quite a bit shorter. It's a taller bottom bracket, shorter back end, as you can tell, shorter top tube here, same headset angle, same head tube angle, and then a lot shorter standover. So I'm hoping that this will help get whips and stuff around. I want to relearn hop whips. I'm getting old. So we got to get something that's a little bit easier to throw around. And I think this frame is going to be it. Now that I have a 1/4 inch, I'm going to take this stem off, take the headset, the forks, put them on this frame with my colony stem and total bars. So I cut the post down because weight reduction, you know. I also polished it up a little bit so it would slightly match the frame a little bit more. We're just gonna drop that in there. And I like these little tall order logos that are kind of embossed. There's one on the seat clamp there, right here. And I'm stoked that this is built in, this seat post clamp, because that one was not. Oh, and by the way, the frame does come with all the necessary brake mounts and seat post bolt and all that. And it also comes with a warranty card. And this is the 187. This is the, I think the probably smallest standover, kind of like most responsive frame that they have. This frame also has chain tensioners, and it comes with them as well. So the forks and part of the stem are on. Got the bottom bracket in, the seats just kind of chilling there. One thing I did hear about these stems is that they slip a lot with the handlebars. So I'm just gonna take care of that issue right away. So I just take like a file like this, sometimes sandpaper, and I'll just kind of scratch up the inside of the stem, kind of get it scratched up, and then you don't have to worry about your bars slipping. As well, these are both tree sprockets. They have a 22mm bore. These are 24 cranks. Well, it's a 22, and the little adapter piece is a 24, so I had to Dremel them both out, but this one seemed to work fine too. All right, so I'm sad to say the 32 sprocket isn't gonna work. It hits right here, well, on the other side, but it hits right here on the frame, so I'm not gonna be able to use it. I'm hoping that the 28-2 sprocket still passes through, because I'll be very upset if not. All right, so I've got everything on so far: bars, forks, stem, seat, cranks, and I had to use this sprocket. Not really stoked on how close this is still. It's almost touching the frame. These crank arms are like decent distance, but the spindle in here, like, it's barely on anything, and there's barely any threads here, so I'm really scared that if this comes loose at all, I'm losing a crank arm. So I'm gonna probably have to buy new cranks in the future, which sucks because I like these ones because they were super light and super strong, but it is what it is. I'm not gonna worry about it now, but like I said, in the future, probably. Oh, and I also like the stem because these bolts are kind of like facing forward, so your tool doesn't have to like ride in your bars. It can kind of like, it's a little offset, so it's easier to tighten them down because you're tightening up here. Now I'm gonna throw the premium slim pedals on. All right, it is completely built up. Got the bars kind of where I want them, I think. And so now we have to get the scale and weigh it. All right, now to find out how much it weighs. And this is with the free coaster still and the Supreme chain. I think everything else is staying on it, so the only thing that I'm getting new is the new hub and fork, so it might just be slightly lighter after, but 22 pounds, 8 ounces. So my goal was to get it to 22. The cassette hub is gonna make it a little bit lighter. I mean, maybe in tires if I decide to get some KHEs, but we'll make that decision in the future. That is my new BMX bike. Back wheel's still loose. Gotta get another one of these hubs, but it won't matter when I have the coaster on there. So I'm gonna go do the hot bar. Yeah, when I have the cassette on there, sorry. I'm gonna go do the hot bar outside right now because I always hot bar every time I build a bike just to make sure I can ride a bicycle. So let's go do the hot bar.
No.
Oh, so the metal pedals too. The metal pedals are where that other 8 ounces come in. These are actually 10 ounces heavier than my plastic pedals, so. This thing kinda actually sucks to ride.
No.
It's definitely a park bike, that's for sure. She's gonna take some getting used to. Alright, and I'd be stupid if I did the hot bar with his watch on, because that would hurt. Alright, and I have way too much PSI in these tires right now. I'll probably end up raising the seat because I hate it this low. I'll probably raise the seat up a bit because if you know me, that's not where I run it. I just did it for the video. So I'll probably put it on the other post in a minute. And we're done. So thank you for watching. This is my new bicycle. Hopefully some decent stunts to see in the future. And yeah, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Subscribe. Visit thehagerco.com to get some stuff. Check out thehagerco.com to support me so I can keep building new bikes. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Subscribe.